Have you ever laid awake until 3 a.m., replaying a 5-second interaction you had 3 years ago? Or maybe you're currently spiraling because your boss sent a Slack message that just said, "Do you have a sec?" No emoji, no context. Now you're convinced you're getting fired? Most of the world, including most therapists, tell you that overthinking is a disorder. They call it analysis paralysis, or chronic rumination. But what if I told you that your overactive mind isn't a bug in your system? It's actually a feature. In the world of clinical psychology, we're starting to see that chronic overthinkers possess a cluster of rare personality, traits that the average person simply doesn't have. We're talking about a level of pattern recognition and emotional intelligence that is practically a superpower. If you have the manual, today we're deep diving into the psychology of overthinking. We're breaking down the 4 rare traits of the higher resolution mind and how to stop the doom loop without losing your competitive edge. The first rare trait is hypertunement. Think of your brain like a camera. Most people move through life recording in standard definition. They see the big picture, they grab their Starbucks, and they move on. But overthinkers, you're recording in 8K Ultra HD. You don't just hear a conversation. You notice the split-second micro-expression your partner made when you mentioned the weekend plans. You notice the vibe of a boardroom the second you walk in. You're picking up thousands of social data points that others are too busy to see. People often call this being too sensitive, but in psychology, it's high-fidelity data collection. The problem isn't that you're imagining things, it's that your processor is trying to analyze a massive amount of data all at once. It's like having 50 browser tabs open while trying to run Photoshop. The computer isn't broken, it's just doing more work than the guy next to you. But why does this high-race data lead to the most creative breakthroughs? Let's look at trait number 2. Because you're collecting all this high-race data, your brain starts doing something incredible: divergent thinking. Most people think linearly, A leads to B, but an overthinker's brain is a spiderweb. You'll connect a podcast you heard 3 months ago to a problem you're having at work today, and somehow relate it back to a line in a movie from 2015. This is advanced pattern recognition. This is why overthinkers make the best strategists, engineers, and creative directors. You don't just see the what, you see the why and the how. Your brain is a meaning-making machine, while everyone else is playing checkers. You're subconsciously calculating the next 6 moves of a chess game you didn't even know you were playing. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's all sunshine and rainbows. Having a high-performance brain is like owning a Ferrari. It's faster, sleeker, and more powerful than a Toyota Camry. But if you try to drive a Ferrari at 100 miles per hour through a school zone, meaning your daily errands or a casual text thread, you're going to crash. If you're feeling burnt out, it's not because you're weak. It's because you're redlining your engine on things that don't require that much power. The secret isn't thinking less, it's learning when to downshift. This leads us to a trait psychologists call anticipatory thinking. We're told to just wing it or live in the moment, but for an overthinker, that's impossible. You're a professional simulator. Before you go to a party, or a job interview, or even a difficult conversation with a partner, your brain has already run 50 different scripts. You've planned for what to do if it's awkward, what to say if they ask a tough question, and you've already spotted the iceberg before the ship even leaves the dock. In a corporate environment, this makes you the risk mitigator. You're the one who saves the project before it fails. You aren't worrying. You are beta testing reality. But there's one more trait, and it's the reason you feel so drained after a simple dinner with friends. Because you spend so much time analyzing human behavior, you've developed a rare level of cognitive empathy. You don't just feel for people, you read them. You can step into someone else's shoes and understand their motivations better than they do. This is why you're the person everyone comes to for advice. However, the rare trait here is that you often prioritize other people's comfort over your own because you can. Overthink their potential disappointment. You're playing 4D chess with people's emotions. It's a gift of connection, but it requires massive boundaries so you don't drown in everyone else's energy. If you've spent your whole life being told if you're too much or that you need to just chill out, I want you to hear this. You have a high-performance mind. It's fast, it's detailed, and it's incredibly rare. It just didn't come with an instruction manual. The goal isn't to stop thinking. The goal is to realize that you are the pilot of a very sophisticated machine. When you stop fighting your brain and start using its higher race data for your goals, everything changes. If you recognized yourself in these traits, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm find other high-resolution minds who need to hear this. And I want to hear your overthinker win. What is one time your overthinking actually saved the day or caught a mistake nobody else saw? Drop it in the comments. I'll see you in the next deep dive.